Well, we're in a new city. Might as well make some new friends.
Oh, we're gonna win friends and influence people?
Yep. Like a lot of open world games, this game has a rampage system. When you just go and kill someone, the town patience meter goes down ever so slightly.
That's just how you shake hands in the West.
Yep. Also, if you shoot someone non-lethally, they become hostile and they will shoot back. I'm not the biggest fan of rampaging in open worlds to begin with. And if you are, this game is not going to scratch your itch. It's I don't know. It's lifeless. So once you kill a certain number of people, it triggers a showdown. And instead of police or something like that coming over, it's just a posse of the marshal's guys. And there's a random number that spawns. This time only 2 guys spawned.
That's not much of a posse.
No. It's more like a club meeting. And there, it's already over. You don't even have to hide.
That was a little generic.
Yeah. I tried again, hoping that this time, I could actually get a decent fight going, but no, this is not a game for those of you who want to unleash their inner sadist. Also, you'll notice that the marshal just disappeared there. Any side mission or story NPCs will despawn as soon as the showdown starts. They're also invincible.
Oh, so the town just empties out magically.
Well, it only have the important NPCs. The ones that trigger story events.
Okay, so the ones that you have to have for the story get hidden.
Yeah, this is not great. Anyway, yeah, let's just pretend that never happened, shall we?
Let's pretend we didn't do that.
Now it's introducing the ability to travel back to story missions. Although you technically have the ability to do that from the beginning, the game just never tells you. So Empire City is a pretty big place. And sometimes, randomly, gunfights will just break out in the streets. You can, if you want to, intervene in these fights. You just have to remember who's the bad guy and who's the good guy. Because if you shoot the good guys by accident, the town patience meter will go down. Oh, so I'm gonna get the hell out of Empire for now. But, oh no! A bandit attack! These are random attacks that will happen in the open world. Again, a random number of guys will spawn, and you have the choice of either running from them or attacking them, and the quick draw didn't quite work out as planned there.
They should have brought more guys.
Yeah, I agree. So I think this is River Valley here that we're on to do some of our side questing. So I'm just going along here in River Valley, and I got attacked by another bandit. This is one guy. This is the lonely bandit gang.
This is One-Bandit McGee here.
That's a damn fast horse he's on.
The game randomly spawns not only the locations of bandits, but also how many bandits. I think the maximum number is 5. Anyway, so we're in River Valley. We're going to pick up some gold patches while we're here. First one is in this little area there. That's the same cave drawing that was over at the bridge between Dodge and Empire. That's just a texture.
Hey, so it's a repeating motif.
Yeah, it's just a texture. It's part of the texture. And, oh no, my horse! Oh, wait a minute, never mind, I found some gold!
Just out here where you can barely get to it.
Yeah, bad news is I broke my horse's legs. Good news, I found some gold! So, alright. We're gonna go back to Dodge, and, there's a wanted poster out here. Let's see what this is all about.
Wanted, Butch Maynard for petty theft at Stumpy's Hardware. Preferred alive, though no tears will be shed if he arrives in a casket. Last seen near the Northern Rockies.
Well, this is the Old West. Petty theft in a hardware store is apparently punishable by death.
Stampeding cattle through the Vatican.
Where the white women at? We've also established in this world that apparently murder is the only crime that law enforcement care about. So I don't know why they're going after this guy for petty theft. He should have killed somebody. Ow.
That horse is gonna have terrible knees.
Yeah. Also, fun fact, when you're on a horse, unless you're really close, enemies with guns will always shoot the horse instead of you. So it basically acts like armor in a first-person shooter. So this is one of the few games with literal horse armor.
Yes.
Take that, Bethesda. Alright, so Butch Maynard's coming up, but first things first, there's some more gold up here. I'm probably just gonna have a separate video dedicated to finding the rest of the gold pieces that I don't find in other videos.
Butch can wait. Gold.
Well, Butch is pretty close by. So there's another exploit with the AI. It's not really designed for these open world areas, and if you're far enough away, and you have a long distance gun like the rifle, they don't really react. So I'm gonna try. I want him alive though, so I'm gonna shoot his horse. You know, I gave my horse bad knees earlier. I want retribution. But oh, I got a little too close, so we gotta chase him down anyway.
Oh. Butch, you're making this difficult.
Thankfully, I end up taking him alive anyway.
Oh, Jesus, my head!
Butch looks suspiciously like he was part of the posse that was chasing you down.
Yeah, for most of the wanted bounty targets do not have unique NPC models. Some of them do. Anyway, let's go over to this Indian hunter, and I wonder if you recognize this voice actor. Oh, first, new ammo type. Oh, arrows. Oh, what's that about?
Great beasts roam these lands. To hunt them, you must be keen-eyed and soft of foot. A true warrior uses his bow to hunt these beasts. Creep close and send the arrow through their eyes. This is more honorable than a bullet, for it takes great skill and courage. When you are prepared, seek me out again. I will lead you down the path of the hunter. Long have wolves been a plague on our village. They snatch children from their mothers' arms. They attack and kill our ponies. The first has a coat as gray as smoke. He stalks the white man's towns and farms for easy prey.
Isn't that typical? An Indian problem, but you only get into it when it helps the white man.
That sounds about right. That sounds right for the Old West, at least.
How may I serve you, great warrior?
Oh, hey, I just met your brother a couple of miles down the road.
Please tell me they all have the same voice.
Yeah, that voice actor is Jay Tavara, who you may have heard as Code Talker in Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain.
Oh, he's out here peddling his parasites.
What he should be doing is killing buffalo so he can make his precious hamburgers.
John H. Greed, age 32, is wanted for the armed robbery of the Empire Bank. Last seen on the outskirts of Empire. Use caution. He may be in the presence of accomplices.
Wait. Was his last name actually Greed?
Yes. Coincidentally, we're right outside the outskirts of Empire. This one's really close. So, we're gonna go and get Johnny Greed. He's a slippery little bastard. This one's a scripted chase, but unfortunately I come at him from the wrong side. So I almost instantly get a game over and have to splice. There. So yeah, he runs away from you as soon as he sees you. But because I came at him from the wrong direction, it sort of screwed up the scripting. And he ran away from me. So he also has henchmen. Lots of bounty targets have henchmen. But here I'm trying to take him alive. But unfortunately I missed my chance and I accidentally kill him because I knifed him too many times.
I gotta ask, are his henchmen worth anything?
No, but the henchmen are part of the gameplay mechanics for some bounties. You have to either kill them or escape from them for some bounty targets coming up later. Oh, there's One-Bandit McGee over there again, back for revenge, and he appears to have fused with the railroad there.
We don't really tie them to the tracks. They just kind of tie themselves to the tracks.
All right, new wanted mission.
Wanted dead. Shifty Schultz for horse thievery. Spotted in 10.
Oh my god, these names.
The Shifty Boys.
Shifty is not his real name, unfortunately. I wish it was.
Horse.
Ooh, this boy has a gimmick. We cannot take him back alive. He needs to be killed, and we need to bring back the horse that he is riding, because it's been stolen. Someone in Dodge City is desperately in need of a horse that Shifty has stolen.
At least they have the good sense to put some variety in it.
Yeah, I will say that. The bounty missions are surprisingly varied.
Boys, don't let him take my horse!
Shifty has the weirdest voice. He sounds like a Peanuts character.
Yeah, I was a little surprised.
There is one other cowardly character who I think is in either this video or the next one, who's far more racist.
They're just gonna circle you and try to end it.
Yeah, it's instant game over if you kill the horse. You have to kill Shifty, but you can't take the easy way out and just shoot his horse from under him, because you need the horse to get back to the owner here, who was right by the wanted poster. And apparently he was just like hiding behind it, I guess. No, we got to be courteous. We got to get the horse right next to him here.
Parallel park the horse.
Yeah.
Thanks, kid. Here's your reward. It's nothing.
I think that's Honest Tom's voice actor.
His horse is identical to your horse.
Well, clearly that's Honest Tom in disguise. So I think we should steal that horse back.
Oh, there we go. Okay. All is right in the open world.
Let's go over to Denton, see what he's doing.
Well, I'll make you a deputy if you're willing to help me bring some peace to Dodge. A whore's getting a beating at the Alhambra. It's your duty to protect her.
Oh no, not a whore.
Not a beating.
Invite me, whore.
I'll kill you, you filthy perverts!
Oh no, that whore is she's only a level 1 whore. Her HP is dropping. Whoa. Sorry for the mess, bartender.
That whore has no DPS.
That whore was very ungrateful. She said, "Took you long enough." That was rude. I just saved you from the beating of your life. Anyway, there's a hostage situation we got to deal with here.
You gotta down him before he hurts any proper citizen.
Whoa there. Whoa, hold up there, horse. What are you doing? Someone at Bethesda QA is just like watching this video and shaking their head knowingly. Those guys, when I first played this, I didn't shoot them at first because they looked so much like hostages. Also, I think the hostage taker bugged out. When you scare the hostage, he's supposed to shoot her and you get a game over, but I think it kind of messed up there. Not that I'm complaining, it made it much easier.
Stop the holdup in the alley. If you can see the holdup, why don't you stop it yourself, Sheriff?
Because he has shit to do. He's busy. He said that in the cutscene. Also, the best way to do this particular mission is to go around the back. Because otherwise they'll start shooting you instantly. Also, look at that. Look at the victim's health. Like if I arrived maybe a second later, that would have been instant game over. Also, oh, sorry. I have no idea if that was scripted or if it was a result of me shooting him. Well, let's go out to Empire and let's do some more missions for the Federal Marshal this time.
The Miller gang is riding hard towards Empire, and we don't take kindly to rabble-rousing migrants around here. Join my deputy in East Empire and take them out.
Oh no, vaguely topical.
Who knows? Maybe I'll wait 5 years to put this video out. And then it won't be topical anymore. We'll have, I don't know, President Dwayne Johnson or something.
Oh, I hope so.
Anyway, so we got to set up an ambush for this gang that's going to come into town. And we're going to go up here, and there's some dynamite. We're just going to place it at the intersection. I had to cut here because I accidentally threw a whiskey bomb into the TNT, which it's the same button. The Z button is used both to throw the TNT bombs and to throw a whiskey bomb.
We're gonna blow up the whole town.
Pretty much. That's actually something that's, I think, is unique to the GameCube version because it doesn't have enough buttons. I had a take where I was able to get them all in one explosion, but the video got corrupted. So you'll have to settle for 2. I can't make this a perfect LP. I am so sorry.
Still perfectly acceptable. You got them all.
Yeah. So the federal marshal's missions are more objective driven, whereas with Denton, we just sort of did random things until he was satisfied. Here, there's always like a mini story that's driving them. Anyway, let's go spend our hard-earned cash with the new shopkeep model.
May I interest you in some fine wares?
He even has a new voice actor.
Oh, they went top dollar on their shopkeeps.
We're gonna get some upgrades for our horse, quality horseshoes, and premium horse chow. Eventually, there we go. More health, and the horse will move faster. Which actually ends up being a double-edged sword for reasons that will come up in either later this video or next video. I can't remember which. Anyway, let's get some gold. Here's a gold patch hidden pretty sneakily over here behind this sprite of a bush. And I think you're gonna like this next one. There's another batch of gold over here. Now pay attention. Have a good look at Cole during this next one here. Nope, wait, get off the horse here. Oh, okay. What?
What the hell?
So that is actually consistent. If you interrupt the mining gold animation, the end of it, by mounting your horse, Cole's model goes absolutely crazy. I think the effect is called something like polygon stretching. You see it all the time in like really bad open world games. Also, there's an invisible wall there. And yes, that is consistent. I have tested it in other gold patches. If you have your horse right next to it. And
Cole was planking before planking was cool.
and you can only see his legs. We haven't quite gotten to the point of planking where your legs are about 12 feet long, though. Yeah, that is apparently a glitch that happens all the time. Also, I could never remember where this patch of gold is. It's hidden. It's yellow on brown, really hard to find, and it's like in a sneaky little corner there. Apparently, that's a glitch that happens frequently when you're still trying to build character models, and they don't quite fit and the texture doesn't quite fit the meshing for your polygons.
Once again, QA was asleep at the wheel.
I don't know if it works on the PC version, which I recently bought for $5. Thank you for telling me about that, by the way.
Yeah, not a problem.
I wouldn't have bought it if it was more. Anyway, here's a new mechanic. We're gonna go ranching. This is the Hecht Ranch. It is one of the larger areas of the game. And we're gonna go ranching here. There's the rancher.
There's his pigs.
And, oh, wait, what was that? My gray wolf senses went off. There was that animal that Code Talker wanted us to hunt. He spawns in this area. He spawns in a couple of different areas. This is the first area that he spawns in. You have a couple of different chances to get him. So we're gonna go Over here. Wait till he's within range. Wait. He's made of titanium. No, it's scripted so that you have to shoot him with the bow. You can't shoot it with a rifle. It has to be the bow.
Howdy, stranger. I hear you
It
looking
cannot
for some
be the
extra-
gun.
It is awful. Like you can shoot him point blank with a sniper rifle and it won't count. It has to be a bow.
Reckon I'll need to show you how to herd first.
You should have turned that wolf into a
Camel
canoe
to the barn, take a
right
horse
there.
and mount up.
And instead just got away.
I think the worst part of that really is that you can get access to that mission before you have access to the bow. We don't have a bow yet. Why would that NPC even spawn before you get access to the weapon you need to complete the mission? That to me is the more puzzling part.
Now get these calves into their pen so I can judge your
So
technique.
yeah, this is the herding tutorial using calves. And as you can tell, I mean, if you thought the Twilight Princess herding minigame was annoying, it ain't got nothing on this. At least the goats in Twilight Princess were like had like semi autopiloting.
Well done.
It doesn't even say calf in, which I'm very disappointed. Mind you, this came out before Twilight Princess did, so they wouldn't have known the joke. Yeah, this was 1 year before Twilight Princess. This was 2005. So now we're going to do the same thing as we did before, and then we're going to go over here. This ranch area is huge. Like, this takes up about, I'd say, 10% of the map. Just this ranch area. A lot of it is empty.
There they are.
Wow.
See 'em?
And the map's not very big to begin with.
Is to drive the cows to the Longhorn State.
And there's just a barren ranch in the middle of it. That's very accurate to the Old West, folks.
It would work better if the map was bigger, I think. I mean, they should have made the ranch a little smaller. So all of these cows now are just magically attached to the Longhorn. This next area, if you remember, did you get far enough into Red Dead Redemption where you had the herding minigame?
I think I did.
Where
yes.
and you had the cows that were spooked away and you had to herd them?
Or run off.
It's been a while, but I kind of remember that one.
This is a significantly worse version of that minigame.
This is the beta version of that minigame.
Yeah. Pre-alpha, I think. So, here's the thing. When cows break rank for the Longhorn, the AI is set to run to a specific point on the map. Only when they reach that point will their AI actually react to your horse's prodding. It's something I didn't realize because I kept trying to, I kept trying to herd them back like as soon as they as soon as they start to break away. But no, look at this cow. This cow has to go over to that part of the fence over there. That's scripted, and then once he hits that fence, he'll start to obey the herding
His
commands.
AI starts to work again.
It
Gotcha.
is so dumb. Also, look at this last portion here. It tells me that there's one cow left. It just took a little while for that extra cow to have its state changed. The programming was a little it was a little, you know, below par in the Wild West. They hadn't quite. They were still working with punch cards.
Man.
So we're back at Empire, and we're gonna buy some more stuff. This is for the next mission, which we're gonna get rifle damage as well as I forget what else I bought. What did I buy before? I barely pay attention to my own videos. Anyway, so we're just gonna warp to the next mission because I'm lazy, even though it's only on the other side of town.
Thank God for fast travel.
Very selective fast travel.
Looking for hoodoo, I'd wager. This way.
Looking for
Hey, what did I tell you boys are coming in here when I'm polishing my rifle?
Hold our usual confabulation before the night shift begins. I see Rudabaugh has already made your acquaintance. This is J.J. Webb, my other right-hand man. Now tell us about this fella you're looking for. Jenny said something about him being a jack preacher.
Reed's his name.
Other
Josiah.
right-hand man.
What do you want?
Two right hands, that's talent.
It's a personal matter.
I see.
Well, it makes sense when you realize that people used to wipe their ass with their left hand.
You put this on.
He's got to do that himself. He can't ask someone else to do that. He's a civilized man.
When that skunk shows his face again, you'll have the law on your side.
So yeah, we've just been made an honorary deputy of Empire. I've mentioned before, I think, that Hoodoo Brown was a historical character.
Chavez in town.
Chavez. Yes.
If you boys can nab him, it'll be a big step toward restoring some law and order here. Get going.
Yes, you heard that right. His name was actually Chavez. Oh, I need to cut that out.
Chavez the Chavez.
Oh no, you ruined it. Now I need to cut that out. Oh, whatever. That was just me skipping the cutscene during that last part of the splice. And now we've talked about it, and I can't cut it out, and it's ruined. Oh no. So this is kind of the disadvantage to getting the not the horse chow, the horseshoes. The way that the NPC horses will gallop at a distance that is relative to the default horse speed, and it doesn't change to reflect the upgrades. So you'll always be running faster. Also, remember that town patience meter I told you about? Well, it doesn't go into effect during story missions. So you can just kill anybody you want and no one will give a fuck.
Eventually, you're gonna find the guy you were sent here to kill.
Just by process of elimination. Also, that guy got really scared. He stole my horse, the bastard! You will die for that, sir. That's a really low texture poncho. Oh, wait, sorry, I'm on the wrong side. Now I can talk to the bartender.
Yeah, the poncho physics are not good.
Where's Chavez?
He just left. Before that, he was talking to them two.
Well, I don't know, man. This here problem's getting pretty big. Them Apaches don't start pulling this thing together. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Law!
But no order, surprisingly. So, this is the shortest gunfight in the game. It's over already.
These earlier missions are impressively short.
Followed by a really short cutscene.
Huh? I better warn Clay. Get out!
And again, all the horses are the same.
They're not all the same, but they're they have like 3 or 4 different models, I think. There's also another model which we will see much later in the game.
Reckon the chili eater's heading for the ranch. Here they come! Blaze away!
So this is all leading to a big set piece.
I can hear them up ahead.
Yeah, first of all, I'm Chavez because he's the target here is invincible. He's the target of the chase. And if you've been following the geography of this, you may guess where we're being headed back. Oh no, we're going back to Heck Ranch. I am so sorry, Rancher. We're gonna get blood all over your precious cows and horses. I promise I'll make this up for you. I'll make this up to you someday. But you might want to take cover.
Are you kidding? You're still on the clock. He owes you for this.
Oh, that was pretty impressive. That trample attack there.
That was well done.
All right, so I complain. I remember complaining to you a couple weeks ago about a boss fight. This is it.
Guess we missed John.
Whoa, what are you doing? They were unarmed.
Bullshit. This Gracer was pulling a gun. Didn't you see it?
I saw it clear as day.
You better get
Wink.
wise, kid.
Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. Yeah.
These folks in cold blood. I'm taking you to Hoodoo.
You dumb rube. Who do you think we take orders from?
Who are you calling a rube?
Playing you and your little whore like a pig.
Keep your hands up.
What are you gonna do? Shoot us in cold blood?
Yes.
Who's the murderer?
Probably.
Well, not in cold blood. It's going to be a really aggravating boss fight first. So, Webb and Rutabaugh. This is where I gave up on my first playthrough through Insane. Webb is on horseback, firing a pistol. Rutabaugh is on the ground with a double-barrel shotgun. And they are annoying as hell. First things first, you neutralize Webb on his horse. He's a lot less dangerous when he's on the ground. So that was basically my strategy. This took me about 30 or 40 tries. Rutabaugh is a lot less dangerous to take down when you already have neutralized Webb. And Webb is less dangerous when you have his horse killed. Neither of them seem to think of, like, grabbing one of the horses that's around the ranch, though. Like, Webb will only have that one horse. Trust me, I'm making this look a lot easier than it actually is.
Hoodoo. Time to lay your cards on the table. I'll bet you know more about Reed than you let on.
Perhaps I should have asked you before I killed you. Oh, so for that we got Rutabaugh's double-barrel shotgun.
Very nice.
And we got Webb's Volcanic 10.
Ooh.
Now, from what I understand, the Volcanic pistol was a pretty shitty gun even during, like, the Civil War. And this is the second Western game I've played now where the Volcanic is an upgrade. It was even sillier in Red Dead Redemption, where that game took place in 1911. And it's considered a better pistol than some of the standard revolvers.
Hello again, Cole. Some Mustangs were stolen from a ranch. Would you care to liberate them for me?
They didn't research the firearms. They just decided it was big, so it must be better.
Are in a pen near Empire.
That's how games usually
Follow
work.
the creek bed. Break down the pen, chase them out, and bring them here. If you're good enough, you can herd them like cattle. You can find a horse in the barn.
Well, he has two horses, Storm and Cinnamon, for us. We're going to take Cinnamon. We'll take Storm next time.
Both of which are stripper names.
So we got some barricades. We can break them with the horses' trample attack. And the Mustangs, much like the cattle, don't have great AI. I couldn't resist.
I know.
So the Mustangs are actually probably worse AI-wise because they have a tendency to move left and right a lot more than the cows do. Was there any ranching on Bonanza? I'm too young to have really seen an episode on TV, so
there was some ranching in Bonanza.
okay. I'm glad I chose a good theme then, or at least an appropriate theme. So there, we brought back your oddly horse-shaped Ford Mustangs for you, sir. Do you have any F-150s that need wrangling?
Horse +5?
Well, it's off to find Hoodoo Brown next time. I feel sad that there is going to be an entire generation of people who watch the Nostalgia Critic and will only know the theme from Bonanza because it was used in the Rob Reiner movie North.
Oh.
Because they used it for like a song parody. There was that one scene where Elijah Wood's character is being sung at that they're going to make him his next son and he'll be big and fat, and they use the theme from Bonanza as the tune.
Now I actually have to remember now that I've said that and probably put my foot in my mouth.
Now, normally, given the circumstances here, because this is all going in the LP, we're not cutting any of this. Normally, under the circumstances, we would not condone watching Channel Awesome, given what's going on, but you should watch that episode just for context. And don't say that we told you to do it, but do it. I'm just gonna cut it right there.
Definitely do it.
All right.
Also, as long as we're looking things up, Bonanza was ostensibly about a ranch called Bonanza.
Oh, okay. I'm glad. That was.
We're allowed to make that mistake because it ran from 1959 to 1973, 1973, and I was not alive for that. So
yeah, that was when that show first aired. My dad was 1 year old.